Yeah, it was nice to have some time in the middle. I mean, it was sort of, luckily enough, if you asked us what a perfect day would look like, it'd probably look something like that out there. Yeah, I mean, the bowlers bowled so well, and to back it up spell after spell, and for us to go out there and give them a little bit of rest and a day off the legs was a great effort from the lads.
It looks like there was a bit of chirp at you earlier on. Can you just say what was said, or is that left on the field?
Nah, left on the field. I think we're all competitive people, so it does get a little bit chirpy, and I think I am quite a loose player, so it sort of comes with territory, right? You had a couple of cover drives, and you nick a couple, and some go close, some go to hand, and yeah, it's sort of part of the game, which I do love, a bit of competitive fire. I think it's, I guess, staying true to my game and also on the other hand being ruthless, I think, and also adjusting to the situation. I think that both times I had an amazing platform set, and I was able to go out there and express myself and play my game, because I sort of knew, I think in third innings runs especially, if you can get away early, it's hard to sort of stop, and you've got to start putting fielders out, and all of a sudden the game gets ahead of you. So and I guess that's my natural game. I sort of go out there and try play my shots, obviously within reason. Sometimes it gets me out, but lucky enough, I've had a couple of good games recently.
Was it slightly about you and Tom to try and almost protect the middle order, given that Tom Blundell potentially can't bat?
Not really. I think in the back of our heads we probably knew we were a little bit lighter than what we usually are, but it wasn't necessarily a conversation. I think Tommy is an amazing person to bat with, and how well did he bat today, and I think it's testament to his routines and his ability to keep trying to get better, and although he's played so much test match cricket already, sort of almost 90 games, or maybe 90 games, whatever it is. But yeah, it wasn't necessarily a conversation. I think we were just trying to bat together and build a partnership, and luckily we were able to do it for a long period of time.
Do you know if you're going to bat on tomorrow?
Not sure, that's above my pay grade, but we'll see. Helped me out massively. I think he's so experienced and such great mates off the field, and we know each other's batting really well, so he's able to sort of bring me back in and tell me when that shot was potentially a bit loose, or but he's amazing. I think you see the way he bats, his plan is you can see it from the outset, his positions he gets into, the lengths he's scoring, the lengths he's not scoring off. He earns the right to score, as he did sort of freely after he got to 50, so it was a pleasure to watch at the other end. Yeah, I think Tommy's helped massively. I think he said, great, bro, like another 2 runs, now reset, start again. And I think that's important. Probably other situations could have held on to it, but having an experienced guy at the other end show me the ropes and tell me what's important, and realising it's the next ball. And I guess it's a game of luck sometimes, and I got lucky with that stuff today. I felt sort of when I got to 30 or 40, or maybe sort of around that 30-40 ball mark, the ball had started to get a bit older. I think the work that Dev and Tommy did, obviously, to build that partnership at the start and allow me to sort of come in when the ball was still doing a little bit, but as I felt like that sort of flattened out. So, okay, how can I put pressure back on their bowlers? Because obviously they bowl good lines and they bowl good lengths, as they showed. They sort of bowled really well in the first innings to get us to 230 odd. So it was just about how can I apply pressure back, and sort of gets into that one-day stage where we're able to hit good shots, good cricket shots, and hopefully pierce the gaps.
Tom was on about 50 off his first 118 off balls, and then when you guys came together, he really did start to accelerate. At the risk of getting a bit baseball about it, do you take credit for that?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's just the nature of it, it's red ball batting, especially as an opener. You sort of do the grind early on against the harder ball, seaming and swinging a bit, and then you reap the rewards later on, and I think he certainly did that. I think the great thing about it, and the pleasing, he didn't really go away from his plan. He did the same things, it's just they potentially missed a little bit as they're getting deeper into their spells, and the ball wasn't doing as much, so he was able to cash in.
You would have grown up watching Tom back. Does it mean anything to you
Nah, I don't know about outperforming. I mean, those guys have been around a long time and done so much more than I maybe could ever. But yeah, it's certainly surreal. I mean, you look at, I've always been an opening batsman and for Wellington, all three formats, and you see a fellow left-handed opener and Tom Latham, and you're like, oh yeah, that's, it's a guy who I'd like to be like. Or obviously Kane speaks for himself. It's certainly pinch yourself moments. I remember back in under-19s before one of our, I think it was maybe our quarterfinal, one of our group games, we had a game out in Hagley. This was early 2018. And Tommy was actually presenting our caps, and I introduced him. So I was like, oh, it was quite a cool moment. Obviously, I don't know if he knows that. I think I mentioned it to him before, but those moments are massive, sort of, full circle pinch stuff moments, because I'm able to share the dressing room with some of my idols and share the crease and have these special partnerships, which as a kid you dream of doing. So it's an absolute privilege to be here. I'll probably greet him when we see him in Wellington, but yeah, obviously feel for Tommy. Is obviously one of my best mates, and we never like to see a man go down. But yeah, Mitchie's he's an incredible player. I think he's shown how his skill over in domestic cricket and the transition to international cricket too, and he's been around the white ball stuff. So it's always an exciting time to have a potential debutant amongst us. So I'm sure he's going to relish the opportunity to be first time in the Test group as well. I think so. He's going to love it. I will be going home and posting up and parking up and watching that. It was, to be fair, the first test was nice to watch. So yeah. So get in bed and maybe have a couple of Powerades and watch the game.